Alright, welcome back to Flight Sim 2024. Welcome to Skukuza Airport in the middle of the Kruger National Park in South Africa, where we've been spending some time. And welcome, for the first time on the channel, to the FlightFX P180 Avanti. I hope I've said all of that correctly. This is a very, very interesting aircraft. As you can see, we've got those front canards, we've got two big turbo fans, or not turbo fans, turbo props, which face backwards, and the wings mounted nice and far back on this really interesting looking kind of roundish fuselage. But the plan is today to take this aircraft from here at Skukuza over to Madagascar. So we're hopping over to, I believe it is called Toliara Airport. It's FMST. Alright, let's just get the door closed. Nice detailed cabin in this aircraft as well. If we jump back here, we can see you can fold up these tables and stuff like that. So if we click here, put that away, we've got food. You can even choose what food you've got. All of these little things open, so like all these little cupboards can open with different things inside them. Very, very nice. How many seats we got here? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then there's actually one at the back here, 8 as well. And then obviously you can have someone sitting next to you. So I guess total of 9 people plus 1 pilot. So again, we've been on holiday here. We're going to take our plane over to Madagascar. The weather at our arrival airport looks quite interesting because there's a bit of a tropical storm off the south of Madagascar, and we're landing pretty much right on the southern end. So that could cause a bit of fun on that side. Other than that, I'm using Active Sky for the weather and Beyond ATC for traffic and virtual ATC. Do we have any traffic here? So no, there's only really Airlink flights that operate the E190 in here. Obviously they are not currently here. Right, this is also going to be the very, very first time that I am going to fly this aircraft, so I'm going to be figuring it out as we go, and so these will definitely not be the correct procedures. It's more gonna be just let's figure it out and kind of get it to work as best we can for now. So I'm guessing generators will turn on once the engines are running, fuel pumps on standby. So we've got ignition stuff here, starter switches, sync switch, auto feather on, overspeed test. Seem to do anything. Okay, only with engines running, go to reverse, engine reverse below 1900 prop RPM. Okay, so I think that's fairly simple for now. What I do kind of like is this switch over here. So it's like the test switch. So there's your stall horn, and then you can kind of just go through all of the different tests by just turning this knob and going through each one. Very, very clever design, I think. Find everything in one place. And then you've got your lamps and annunciators. Laps. And back to stall. Very, very cool design. Okay, otherwise our heating and stuff is all on auto. So I reckon next we kind of just get the engines fired up. Just looking at the weather over in Toliara. QNH 1002, so fairly low pressure. Raining, temperature of 24, winds 299 at 16 knots, light rain, so nothing too crazy. In broken clouds at 2,000 feet. We've taken a bit of extra fuel, looking at about 2.5 hours flight to get across the ocean to Madagascar. So let's call up. Skukuza doesn't actually have anything, so I'm pretty sure Skukuza has a tower at least, but beyond ATC there is nothing. So where do I set? Oh right, we need to set this up as well, so let's do that first. Okay, so we actually have an FMS here. Now I checked this before, somewhere in here I can actually load my Simbrief plan. So menu, it's not going to be in this. Where did I find it now? Index. Route menu. There we go. Aha, there we have it. Okay. So let's see if we can clear that message. Right, and all of our legs should be there. That does not seem correct. Tetan is all the way. Oh, that's Tetan. I was gonna say Tetan with an A at the end is all the way down by Cape Town. That's why I was a bit worried. But Tetan with an E is just to our east, so that is perfect. Okay, this is all in pounds. Let me see if there's a way to... How did I get to that? Oh yes, index. If there's a way to set that to kgs. Okay, it doesn't seem like there is, so we're gonna have to deal with this in pounds. Right, but I loaded all of the cargo stuff, so this should be correct. Okay, cool. Right, let's come down here. So we're gonna be doing... What's the weather like here at Skukuza today? Well, we might as well call ATC and get this figured out. So I think that's over here, COM 1. 1185 is Johannesburg Center, which is who we have to call because there's nothing else. Oh, this is going to take the rest of my life. Okay, flip that over. So we are Zulu Sierra Alpha Zulu Mike. Johannesburg Center, good afternoon. Zulu Sierra Alpha Zulu Mike on the ground at Skukuza looking for IRFR clearance.
Zulu Sierra Alpha Zulu Mike, Johannesburg Control West, expect runway 35. Climb 7,000 feet on runway centerline, then expect radar vectors Teton. Squawk 1036.
Okay, expect runway 35. Initial climb 7,000 feet, and then radar vectors to Teton and squawk 1036 Alpha Zulu Mike. Gee, butchered that completely. Oh, this is frustrating. Okay, there we go. They're probably gonna have issues with that readback.
Zulu Sierra Alpha Zulu Mike, readback correct. Start or taxi at pilot's discretion. Hold for release. Report holding short runway 35.
Report holding short runway 35 Alpha Zulu Mike. Okay, So that's our departure. And I think this is pretty much good to go. We've done all of this stuff, which I think is correct. We're going up to 33,000 feet. And we have a transition altitude of 18. Right, let's do position lights, anti-collision for ground, seatbelt signs. Okay, none of those are clickable. So then we are now allowed to fire it up. So we'll keep our props back for now, I think.
Johannesburg Control West, link 261 Hotel, flight level 399er.
That ELIC flight might actually be coming here.
Link 261 Hotel, Johannesburg Control West, identified.
Okay, 35 means we have the close runway. It's right here. Okay, let's fire up engine 2. Get that engine 1 generator on. Pitot heats can come on as well. Generator 2 can come on. Okay, hydraulic pressure. We turn on the hydraulics. This, I don't actually know how to get this to go away, but it will once we throttle up and we get pressure. But otherwise, that all looks good. Okay, QNH is 1014. So we can dial that one click up, going to 7,000. Right, these buttons I would have expected to light up, but they don't seem to, but it does appear here. So heading, we're going to do vertical speed, and we'll start off at 2,000 feet a minute. Flight director is already on. So we're on heading mode, we just need to sync the heading once we get to the runway. We'll go flaps 1. Props are still all the way back. So if we release the brakes, it does still want to move, because when I tested it out, well, let's actually do it now. Let's just go props full forward, and it's gonna want to go. Like that. Right, there we are, short of 3.5. Okay, brakes on. Let's come down here quickly and do anti-collision to air, recognition lights, and then landing lights are over there. They come out the front, that's that sound. Center Zulu Sierra Alpha Zulu Mike, holding short runway 35 Skukuza.
Zulu Sierra Alpha Zulu Mike, released for departure. Clearance void if not off by 1335 Zulu. If not off by 1335 Zulu, contact no later than 1345 Zulu. Time now 1316 Zulu. Frequency change approved.
Release for departure, Alpha Zulu Mike. I don't know if I have to read all those times back. Okay, it seems not. Okay, so we're lined up. Let's sync up the heading bug. We've got our vertical speed and altitude set. And I think we are good to go. Lights are all set. Flaps. Props. Right, let's release the parking brake. The RPM's coming up. Okay, here we go. Rotate is 117 knots. Airspeed's alive. It's 100 knots. And rotate. Wow, that was quite aggressive. Okay, gears coming up. That clicking sound is the trim. Wow, it's like it didn't want to get into the air, and then it kind of just jumped up. Okay, let's get the autopilot on. Looks good. Flaps are coming up. Back that power off a little bit. Oh, maybe not that much. Johannesburg Center, Alpha Zulu Mike, passing 3,000 feet, climbing 7,000. Okay, let's just go set this back to the default page as well. Seems like my frequency has changed. Let's do this quickly then. Oh great, it's gonna take forever. Okay, there we go. No, that's wrong. There we go. Johannesburg Center, Alpha Zulu Mike, passing 5,000 feet for 7,000. Okay, back the RPM off a little bit.
Reset transponder. Squawk 1036.
Oh, I didn't actually do that. That's bad. Squawk 1036, Alpha Zulu Mike. 1036.
Zulu Sierra Alpha Zulu Mike, Johannesburg Control West, identified. Climb to flight level 330.
Flight level 330, Alpha Zulu Mike. Okay, so a little bit of chaos on that departure. But we're on our way now.
Zulu Sierra Alpha Zulu Mike, turn right, heading
nice.
150.
Right to 150, Alpha Zulu Mike. Okay, we should now start settling in with everything working. It's Mala Mala, if I remember correctly. Okay, let's go flight level change at 160 knots. It's weird that these don't light up. I thought they would. There's Skukuza behind us. Okay, so she's going to give us vectors onto that first Teton waypoint. Okay, but there we are powering out of Skukuza, which we're kind of heading back pretty much parallel to the runway. This is obviously all part of the Kruger Park. Get rid of this again. Right, we're through 10,000 feet, so our landing lights, okay cool, they're off.
Zulu Sierra Alpha Zulu Mike, turn right, heading 175.
Right to 175, Alpha Zulu Mike. Okay, this is set to FMS, so we can just go nav once we need to intercept. It's crazy that this aircraft can go all the way up to 41,000 feet. Okay, 33,000 feet though is our cruise altitude, so we're cleared all the way up to cruise. So I'm just going to get us onto our course, and then we can cruise along for the next 2 hours. No auto throttle on this aircraft, so we'll have to manage that as we go. Climbing at around 1,500 feet a minute, which is perfect. Visibility forward is actually not great, but around here it's pretty cool.
Mike, cleared direct Teton. Resume own navigation.
Direct to Teton and resume on navigation, Alpha Zulu Mike. I don't think you actually have to read back resume on navigation, but anyway, so let's go direct to Teton, put that on, click this on. this here, I think that mountain or that ridge there is the border of Kruger Park. Oh no, Teton is actually right on the border, so there's a little bit further to go. And that's obviously the border of Kruger and the border of South Africa and Mozambique. So we'll be heading into Mozambique airspace. Coming up to 17,000 feet, but I'm going to leave it there for now. We will cruise along up to 33,000 feet and then actually cruise for about 2 hours or so all the way over to Madagascar, and then see what sort of weather we're going to be dealing with into Toliara. So I will see you guys just now when we prep for our descent into the southern part of Madagascar. So as you can see, we've just started our descent. We've been cleared down to 260 and given a heading of 140. And they gave us our nav approach was 04, which I'm going to put in now. So if we go over here, our nav runway 04, and it will be vectors. There was no transition from ATC, they're just going straight vectors. Okay, so we're just waiting for them obviously to give us the next heading. But it's interesting, we're still like 200 miles out and they're giving us vectors, so that's a bit strange. The weather still looks pretty much the same over the airport. Pretty rainy and cloudy at 2,000 feet. Pretty afternoon though. Just hoping we can get in while it's still light, as the sun is setting. We're still pretty far out, so seems like quite a big vector they're taking us in on. So the plan from here is to continue our journey from from Madagascar all the way on to Mauritius. We couldn't make it in one trip, but that's where we'll be ending up. So we're level at flight level 260 now. Several different layers of clouds here. That one, that looks like it's got rain underneath it. The rest of them not so much, maybe there as well. Hopefully we get a right turn soon. Sorry, left turn. There's also, the longer we mess around like this, the darker it's gonna be when we touch down. seems a lot more cloudy on this side. We're going in there. Or kind of there, actually. Right to 200 Alpha Zulu Mike. Okay, that makes even less sense. To 200? Oh man.
Alpha Zulu Mike, turn right, heading 205.
Right to 205 Alpha Zulu Mike. Now I'm very confused. Going completely in the wrong direction now. Guess I just want to do this, but like we're 100 miles away. Why are we doing this? It's gonna be dark when we get there at this rate. Really pretty though. We can ask them to go direct to this point. Alpha Zulu Mike, request direct to fix Avro. We should have been touching down just with the sun setting, but now if they okay, that's better. left to 080, descend to 3,000 feet, Alpha Zulu Mike.
Negative, descend to 3,100 feet.
3,100 feet, Alpha Zulu Mike. Actually, I'm just going to do vertical speed. We pick up the speed a little bit. That's fine. So I'm going to leave the power where it is. Descend at 1,500 feet a minute. If we go faster, that's actually perfectly fine. We could pick up or catch up a little time, maybe. At least we're now heading back towards the airport, so I just think we're going to be landing in the dark. Might just make it. I think the sun will already be down, but we'll still have a bit of light. It's not going to be like night time. It's gonna be dark when we get there. Oh well. Pretty sunset. We're still more than 100 miles out. So this waypoint is just near the airport. We're 120 miles from it still, and we're descending to 3,000 feet. Okay, actually that's crazy. According to this, We're about 15 minutes out. So if we round this off to 20 and this to 3,000, that's 17,000 feet we've got to descend. So at the moment that'll take us 17 times 2. So we actually, we can actually bump this down a little bit. So if we go to 1,000 feet a minute, that's 17 minutes. But as we get lower, we're gonna bleed off some speed, and we're gonna start slowing down for flaps and all of that stuff. So I think 1,000 feet a minute will be fine. I can't even see the land yet. So all of our lighting stuff is here. That's what I was looking for. Oh, that's actually changing. Something behind here, it seems. This flickering is an issue that they definitely need to sort out. And hopefully if I get an actual chart open, okay, then it's alright. It's just that moving map. Okay, brilliant. This is the wrong airport. That's where we will be heading later, possibly, in the next kind of leg of our trip to Madagascar. Right, this is where we're landing. So we're landing 04, so we've got a nice long runway, and then there's just one little apron. Okay, RNAV for 04. Intercept to 2,000. Minimums of 380 baro, 363 radio. Missed approach altitude has us. Doesn't actually give us an altitude, it just says above 2,000 feet. So we could just stay at this 2,000. We turn back to GADP and start again, basically. Yeah, so we're going to be starting at Avro, max to 32,000 feet. Let's do this. 1003. plateau above 2,000. Cool. Right, 13 minutes out. It looks like we're going to be heading into the clouds just now. So if we look at the temperature, because I'm just thinking about icing, at a saturated air temperature of 8 degrees, ISA is plus 17. But what is RAT? 23. I don't think I've seen that before. Interesting. Yeah, we're coming up to 11,000. We're actually going to have to slow down here. In a turboprop, we're too fast. We're going to be over 250 knots at 10,000 feet. That's really cool, actually. At some point they need to give us an instruction to basically join the RNAV procedure, and then we'll go direct to Avro, I guess. never done a RNAV in this one. I've never done a landing in this. So, pretty sure our approach will be able to actually fly the RNAV horizontal and vertical. Okay, there's 10,000 feet. Let's get the landing lights on. That actually adds quite a bit of drag, so. Okay, 16 miles out. I'm gonna speed this up now. So it's on 16 miles, 16 minutes. I didn't actually give me a QNH. QNH 1003 and expect radar vectors for RNAV 04, Alpha Zulu Mike. Left heading 060, maintain 2000 until established and cleared for the RNAV runway 04, Alpha Zulu Mike. I don't know, we got cleared for the RNAV 40 miles out. It seems quite fast still. Still haven't actually gone into any of the clouds. Still haven't actually seen the land. Oh, that looks like some rain up ahead. It's getting dark quickly. So I think I'm just going to go direct Avro, maybe when we get a little bit closer. Can back this off again. Okay, I'm gonna go direct to Avro now. I think we're picking up the RNAV. So we need to be at 2,000 feet at Avro. And then we're on the approach. So Avro's just over 11 miles out. Oh, there it is there, 11.1. actually have a top of descent. Okay, for the first time we are now heading into the clouds. It's not raining, but we are definitely IMC now, but I don't think it's going to stay like that. It's very patchy, so we'll probably pop out of this on the other side. Yeah, just backing off the power a bit so we can gently start slowing down. Okay, there's a bit of rain in here too. Coming up to 2,000 feet. We're actually in the clouds, we're just in the rain. So we're 5 miles from AIRAC. Sorry, Avro. And yeah, we're actually under the clouds, but we're just in the heavy rain. Through the rain now, so I don't know what our landing lights is lighting up. That's kind of weird. Go ahead and arm the approach now. It's actually quite difficult to see in front of us with that. Level at 2,000 now. Okay. Frequency change approved. Good evening, Alpha Zulu Mike. Okay, so that's it for ATC. So we should hit the glide slope at the next waypoint. There we go, that star is now moving. So I'm gonna keep slowing us down. There we are onto the glide path. Okay, let's get the first stage of flaps in. Gear coming down, that's what that horn is. See anything because of this landing lights. Keeping it off. Okay, flaps full. Exactly see the runway. Okay, so that is the runway. I can see the taxi lights, but there's no runway lights. Okay, actually is quite a bit of rain now. Wow, doesn't seem like there's runway lights at all. Okay, I have control. My view is quite high in the cockpit, so let's try not to nose it in or hold off too high above the runway. I didn't touch down. Oh, I know what it is. Didn't actually feel like I touched down that hard. I think it might be my FS Realistic that I haven't set up a profile for the P180, so the touchdown movements are quite intense by default. Okay, let's now get the landing lights on. Okay, so it's still raining here. Mostly at this end of the runway, it seems. We'll turn around. Oh wow, the rain seems to be getting worse and worse. Okay, it looks like we may have just made it in time. Can't believe that this airport has taxi lights but no runway lights. It is pumping down now. We've got a taxi all the way to the other end. Maybe I should actually move this view down a little bit. That's a bit better. Save that. Okay, flaps can come up. So I can now do this and this. Is a very strange looking baobab. I wonder if you get baobabs in Madagascar. I wouldn't have thought so. The little terminal. Very strange again that we have taxiway lighting, but nothing for the runway itself. Makes no sense. Okay, set this to taxi, so it's not as bright. There's no lights on the apron here either. Okay, anti-collision can go to ground. Recognition lights we can switch off. Position lights can stay on. Okay, I'm not actually going to the terminal. I'm going to guess that this probably goes to the fuel box. Okay, it doesn't... I don't see a fuel box anywhere. It goes around, so maybe we can just park here somewhere. Interesting. Oh, here's the fuel box here. I don't see any actual parkings. Okay, I guess we'll just stop at the end here. Why not? At least it stopped raining, so just in time for us to all get out. The rain has ended. Right, how do we actually stop the engines? Switching off the fuel. That'll do it. Okay, we'll get all this stuff on. Very nice. Okay, hydraulics. Pitot heats. I think that's about it. So we can then just shut off the battery. Set this back to default. And we can jump outside, and there we are. The cabin lights are all still on. That's weird. Okay, so welcome. This is where we will be spending the night. And then in the next episode, we will continue on. Either further north in Madagascar or directly to Mauritius, depending on weather, fuel loads, payloads, all of that stuff. If we can make it all the way to Mauritius, we might just go straight from here. But I think we might actually be going up to Antananarivo, which is further up north in Madagascar. But anyway, we'll be ending up at Mauritius at some point, either the next leg or the one after that. But anyway, if you made it all the way to this part of the video, as always, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And if you did enjoy the video, you know what to do down below, and hopefully I see you in the next one.